Hi, my name is Kang, and I'm an applications engineer in the gauging product line at Texas Instruments. Today, I will be unboxing the BQ27520 G4 EVM. This is one of our system-side impedance track gas gauges that comes in a CSP package. So, in this box, you will find that the board is in the plastic ESD bag, and the board comes with a I2C cable. Here's the I2C cable, and here's the board. One other thing you will need to evaluate and work with any gauge EVM is an EV2300 or EV2400. The EV23 or 2400 boards are interface boards that will allow the computer to communicate to any of our gas gauges that uses I2C, HDQ, or SM bus. The EV2400 requires no drivers to be installed, and it will be a lot easier to order the EV2400. Please visit the eStore to order the EV23 or 2400 board. For today's demonstration, we will be using the EV2400. Now, I will show you guys how to connect the board and show how to perform a basic charge and discharge using the board. To begin, let's start by connecting our battery to the PAC Plus and PAC Minus terminals on the J2 connector box. Then we need to connect a 10 kilo ohm thermistor to the TS pin on the J2 connector. The board should now be powered, and we should have detected the battery from what we did with the TS pin. Let's plug in one end of the I2C cable to the J8 connector, and we need to plug in the other end of the I2C connector to the EV2400 box in the I2C port. We take our USB cable and plug in one end to the EV2400 box, and we plug in the other end to the USB port on the PC. We can now start the BQ Studio software. In order to read the memory contents of the board for first-time configuration, we will need to access the parameter question and answer plugin in BQ Studio. Here we see two tabs. We will need to answer questions on the system characteristics and also the gauging characteristics tab. Once this is done, we hit Save to Gauge to get the parameters updated. For all battery experiments, it is crucial to log the voltage, current, and temperature information as the battery is cycling. We can do this using the Registers tab in BQ Studio. Please click Start Log to create a new log. The registers in the Gas Gauge tab are now logged to a CSV file. Today, I will be using a source meter to charge and discharge the battery. A source meter is a power meter capable of charging and discharging a load. I have it set up to discharge the battery. I will hook up the positive terminal and the negative terminal to load plus and load minus respectively. And now I will start the discharge. The gauge is now discharging at the specified 500 milliamps, and from BQ Studio we can see that the average current register is registering this 500 milliamp discharge. I will stop the discharge. Now we remove the load. And now we apply a charge current of 500 milliamps. and we see the average current register in BQ Studio report 500 milliamps. Before we go, we would like to point out one key note when doing experiments with the BQ27520G4 device. It is imperative to keep the thermistor close to the battery. The battery will heat up considerably when high currents are being drawn. The gauge needs to use this data to accurately gauge. For typical experiments, we tape the thermistor to the battery surface, and we put the battery in an enclosed box sometimes to simulate a closed environment. Thanks for watching. Look for the next video in the unboxing series.